Hi, everybody. This is David O'Dea with O'Dea Schneider PLLC. And today I want to break down something that comes up in military justice far more often than people realize. And that's the idea of military property. We hear that term all the time in the service. Don't damage military property. Don't lose your gear. Don't misuse government equipment. But from a legal standpoint, what actually counts as military property? Well, the Uniform Code of Military Justice through Article 108 and 121 treats military property differently than ordinary personal property. And the reason for that is pretty simple. The military has equipment, supplies, and funds that are purchased with tax dollars and allocated specifically to support mission readiness and operational capability. So the law gives that property a special status. Now, here's where things get interesting. We're not just talking about tanks, night vision devices, or aircraft parts. Courts have held that money itself, money paid out for things like housing allowances, travel funds, or basic allowance for subsistence, can be considered military property in certain circumstances because that money originates from appropriated federal funds and is intended for a military purpose. So if someone wrongfully takes, misuses, or defrauds those funds, the offense isn't just necessarily theft. It could be charged as wrongful taking of military property, which is generally treated more seriously. On the other hand, there are cases where the courts have said the opposite, where certain allowances were not considered military property because the unique character of the funds was already completed once the service member was entitled to receive them. So the context matters. Was the money still under government control? Was it earmarked for a special operational purpose? Or had it already become personal pay? The military judge's bench book gives clear guidance on vehicles, firearms, explosives, and equipments, and provides clear legal definitions to help military judges explain these terms in court. The key point is this: military property is any property that has a direct connection to mission, readiness, or the operations of the United States Armed Forces. So, why does this matter? Because the property classification can affect so many things: what charges the government can bring, the potential max punishment, and how the case is presented in court. For example, damaging one's own personal laptop is unfortunate, but damaging a government computer system that supports one's unit, that falls into a completely different legal category. The same goes for equipment accountability. Losing one's own gear is unfortunate. Losing government issued night vision devices, which are tracked under federal inventory controls, triggers a different legal and administrative process entirely. That's why service members need to understand these distinctions. The consequences aren't just financial, they can affect rank, security clearance, one's record, and in some cases, the continued ability to serve. The bottom line is this: military property has a specific legal meaning, and understanding that meaning can make a major difference when a service member is faced with questions, investigations, or accusations involving government equipment or funds. Thanks for watching the video.